There's a saying in the Appalachian Mountains: the mountains don't tell, and neither should you. Most people who grew up around there had heard it at least once, usually whispered by old-timers who never smiled when they said it. We didn't think much about it at the time. After all, we were just heading up for a weekend of camping, for friends, a couple of tents, and the need to get far, far away from everything. It was late September, the edge of autumn, that perfect sliver of time when the forests catch fire with color. The hills rolled out in front of us like waves, all burnt oranges and deep reds, fading into a smoky blue at the horizon. The air was crisp, but not cold yet, and it smelled like damp earth and wood smoke from distant cabins. Sam was driving his old green pickup, the one with the dent in the passenger side door from a run-in with a stray deer last winter. I rode shotgun, flipping through a battered map we'd found at a gas station, pretending to navigate while really just admiring the scenery. In the backseat, Anna and Mark argued quietly about the best way to build a campfire, each stubborn and sure they were right. The plan was simple: drive until we were somewhere with no cell service, set up camp, fish the river, drink some beers, and forget about everything else for a few days. Simple plans have a funny way of getting complicated. The deeper we went into the mountains, the narrower the roads became. Dirt and gravel now, with the trees leaning in overhead so closely it felt like we were driving through a tunnel made of branches and shadow. Every now and then we passed a mailbox half swallowed by weeds, or a glimpse of an old house hidden back in the woods, sagging and forgotten. "I think we missed the turn," Anna said, leaning forward between the seats. Sam shook his head. "Nope, I know where we are. Trust me," Mark snorted. Famous last words. I laughed and kept my eyes on the thickening forest. Somehow, the laughter didn't feel quite right in the stillness that had fallen over everything. We finally found a place around dusk, a wide, grassy clearing just off the trail, ringed by towering oaks and maples. There was even an old stone fire pit in the middle, overgrown but still sturdy. A good sign, we thought. Someone had camped here before. The sun was low, and the trees cast long shadows that reached toward us like fingers. We unloaded the truck quickly, throwing up the tents before it got too dark to see. Anna and I gathered firewood, while Sam and Mark set up a makeshift grill over the fire pit. The river wasn't far. We could hear it babbling just beyond the trees, a soft and steady murmur that should have been comforting, should have been. But the forest around us was too quiet. No birds sang the sun down. No crickets started up as the first stars blinked into the purple sky. It was the kind of silence you could feel against your skin, heavy and thick. The kind of silence that makes you talk too loud just to prove you're not afraid. "Man, it's peaceful," Sam said, tossing a bundle of kindling onto the pile. "Too peaceful," Mark muttered, kicking at a root with the toe of his boot. Anna just shrugged and started stacking wood into a neat little pyramid for the fire. She'd been hiking and camping in tougher places than this. She didn't scare easy. Still, even she kept glancing into the trees when she thought no one was watching. The fire finally caught, sending up a warm orange glow that pushed back the dark just a little. We opened a few beers, roasted some hot dogs, and started telling stories. Stupid things from high school, creepy, urban legends, ghost tales we didn't really believe, but told anyway, because that's what you do around a campfire. And for a while, it worked. The tension loosened. The laughter came easier, till somewhere deep in the woods, something moved. A dry crack, like a branch snapping underfoot. We all froze, heads swiveling toward the sound. Nothing, just the fire popping and the river whispering beyond the trees. "Probably a deer," Sam said quickly, too quickly. His voice was light, but his knuckles were white around his beer can. "Or a bear," Mark added helpfully, grinning. Anna rolled her eyes and tossed another log onto the fire. Sparks spiraled up into the night. "Relax," she said. "You didn't hear anything," and maybe she was right. Maybe we didn't hear anything, But as the fire crackled and the night settled in around us like a thick blanket, I couldn't help but notice how the shadows between the trees seemed to shift when you were unlooking. How the river's steady murmur sounded just a little too much like whispering if you listened too hard. And how, deep in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, the silence wasn't really silence at all. It was just the mountains watching, waiting, and reminding us in their own way. You didn't hear anything,